Hello, I want to show a video today how to do the new extract curve segments in the new updated embroidery ware of 2.700. So this new feature allows you to extract certain segments, stitches, and it makes it its own object. Another thing I'm going to do in the beginning is just to make it look a little neat. I'm going to also use the new feature where it allows you to shape the curves. And those options are right here. So let's start off. We're going to start off with the heart. And the reason why I wanted to make this video today is because when I first looked at the heart that Jim had posted with all the different colors, I immediately knew I loved that feature. But when I opened it up with the new Embroidery Ware update and I tried to do it myself, I couldn't really figure out how to do it. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. So I'm going to start out with a heart. And let's start out. We want to make it a field heart. So we're going to do that. And so we're going to change the curves of the stitch pattern a little bit. And let's go with a design. Let's start. Let's do this one, these circles. Okay, so we have the circles, but what we want to do is we want to curve those lines. So I would like to go with, we don't have to get all that fancy. This is really not about the curves. There is a really good video that he posted about that. I'm just wanting to show how to extract the curved segments. So these parts I'm just going to go kind of a little bit quick and edit points. And so I want to take this point and drag it a little bit. And all I'm doing right here is just stretching the stitch lines. And because it's a heart, I do want to kind of have the bottom come closer on that curve. Okay, so I think that's probably pretty good. No, so hold on. Didn't do anything. We need to actually turn the curve fills to true. And now let's see what we get. Yeah, so see how at the top here they're wider because I stretched those points out here and then down here to get closer. That's fine for this because like I said, I wasn't really trying to show anything in regards to that. I want to get into how to extract the curved segments. So right now, if I try to do that, it will not do anything. Well, it will. Here's what happens is because this heart only has 2 points, it's only going to extract, it's right here, extract curved segments. It's only sees, you can't really see this very well here. Let me get off of here. The reason why is because my color. Let's go back to this blue. Okay, so it shows you in red what parts would be extracted. So this whole segment right here. So this segment would be extracted. We don't necessarily want that because I want a bunch of lines through here to kind of do like a rainbow effect. So that won't work. So that's not what we're wanting to do. What we need to do, and this is how where I was getting stuck at, is we need to copy the stitches and then paste them to be able to do this. And that is exactly what's going to help us. I just want to turn that to false so I get the stitches all the way to the very edge. Okay, so come up here to edit, copy stitches, and I'm going to make a new window, and then I'm going to paste the stitches, and now I have a ton of stitches. It's every stitch that's in here. So this is what we're going to use to extract. Now, a couple different things that I played around with. You can just eyeball this, or you can do it by, how many colors you want and divide it by the total number. Whatever works for you guys. So right here, we're going to extract a curve by segments. Click on that. And once we do that, a dialog box comes up. Where did it? It's not. Oh, select this first. See, we all have these growing pains. Click that. So down here, starting endpoint, end point. When we start moving these sliders, you can see see it move, and that's the parts that's going to extract. The part that's in red. The part that's in red will extract. And you can start it from this side or you can start it from this side. Whatever you would like to do is fine. But here's the total number of stitches, 29,207. So you can do it in a couple different ways. You can just eyeball it if you wanted to do that and go, like that. Okay, extract that one and then go over and then change the number that was down here to right here. You can do a couple different things like that. Or you can say, okay, so my total number of stitches is 29,207. I know I probably want 6 colors, or maybe I want 7 colors, and then divide this number by how many colors you want. You can work it that way. Um, that seems to work okay too. So whatever you decide to do, it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is just start moving it over, and from this side, no, from this side. Start over here, and that looks about good. So I'm going to click on Create Segment. So you'll see right here now I got that little part. With the part was in red is now my new object. Okay, so now I need another section, but I don't need this section. So I'm going to save this number, 3961, and I want to put this up here, 3961. Make sure you hit enter. And now look, it goes away, but not really. So what we want to do is then go over a little bit more. And so I like that. Save this number, write it down or save it or whatever. And then click create segment. So now I got my next piece. So this piece right here, and you can actually, I think, I haven't really tried this. I can copy it. Yeah. So we can just do that. Paste it in here. Make sure you hit enter. Now it all goes away. And then we're going to go over some more. And probably about right there. I think looks probably pretty good. So right now I didn't do any math. I didn't do any dividing. I'm just eyeballing it. And that works well too. So I like that little segment right there. So I've extracted that. Let's copy this part, paste it up here, make sure we hit enter, and then go over some more. There we go. That looks good. Make sure you hit create segment. Copy, paste it. Hit enter. You always got to remember to hit enter. I've made a few mistakes where I didn't. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 6. That'd be fine. Let me go over just a little bit more. Oh, uh-oh. The reason that helps that we wrote it down or there we go. There we go. So that's that one. We're going to copy this one. This will be our last segment that we're going to do. Hit enter. And then all the way to the very edge. And then create segment. Okay, so now I have all the pieces of the heart. Click OK. So make that go away. We don't need this heart right here anymore. So I'll just hide them for a minute. I clicked too many things. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. So let's go ahead and start coloring this bad boy. Okay, it's running really slow, so I'm clicking and it's delayed. So let's hide that. Okay, so on this one right here, let's color this one. We'll make this one be like a pinky color. Okay, and then, well, actually I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's change that. Let's make that. Let's make that red. I think red's right here. Yeah, red. Okay. And now the next one, we want to make, what would that be? The next one would be yellow, maybe. I don't know. I'm probably not doing the rainbow in the correct order, but that's all right. Let's do that one. That doesn't really look orange, but that's okay. Then we need to do green, like this color green, and then the blue, which I don't want the blue that's on there already. Make it a different one. And then purple. Purple, purple, purple. There we go. So now we have all those colored. Let's look to see what it looks like. That is very pretty. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see a little better. There you go. Look at that. The only thing is you'd want to know how you're stitching. So this is the first one. So it's going to start here, in here, start here, in here, start here, in here. And then because we want to stitch in outwards to inward, we would want to have after the orange, the purple. So we want this to go up after the orange. Okay, and then we'd want the blue after the purple. Very good. And then the only other thing is because, so we start here, um, we actually want to change the order. So let's click this, reverse point order, and click on that one. There we go. And then click on that one, and then click on that one. So what that did is, once it got right here, it's going to stop and then jump way over here to the purple and stop right here and go, and then stop right here and then go to blue, stop right here and then do the green, and it'll finish off. So let's see the simulator, how that looks. Let's press play, and here we go. So it's going to do that red, and then you'll switch your thread to the yellow in a minute. There you go. Following right along. And then to the orange, which is actually looking kind of like a brownish color, I guess, but I didn't want it to look red. But of course, you know, when you pick your thread, just pick your thread that you like to match. And then now it's going to jump all the way to the purple and come back in. So purple and then the blue. Yep. There's a lot of stitches in this. Like we said, it was 22,000, almost 23,000 stitches. So this is quite a big stitch out. Now remember that once we have this, because we copied the stitches, we will not be able to resize this. So we would resize it before we copy stitches and then paste it. Copied the stitches and pasted it. And so here you go. I hope this helped you guys. Thank you for watching.